Welcome back. Joining me now are two guys that aren't afraid to go hard to the basket. Mr. Billy O'Riordan to my right, and to my left, Mr. Alex Sharon, are breaking down everything NBA for us. Guys, it was a big situation in New Orleans. Miami Heat had the ball with a couple seconds left. Not Dwayne Wade, not LeBron James, not even Chris Bosh taking the final shot. It's Eddie House. He shoots it, and it's a big clanker. How does this come across to you as an NBA fan, as an NBA analyst? Is this the right thing for them to do? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm going to bring out my inner Jim Rome on this and say it's hilarious. I mean, what was Erik Spoelstra thinking? I mean, he's going to get Dwayne Wade to receive the ball. Like, we understand that. Okay, yeah, you're going to put the ball in the hands of Dwayne Wade. He's got an open shot, and he decides to pass it over to House on the wing. But that's not my main problem with this. My main problem is you see LeBron James standing out over by the sideline doing absolutely nothing. He's just sitting there staring at it.
Thank you, Sharon. That was great to see. We're finally starting to get a look at what's going on in this Miami Heat locker room. Are we seeing the first signs of a bit of a leadership conundrum? Why was that play going to Eddie House? And if it is going to Eddie House, why is LeBron James, for lack of a better word, moping in the corner? This is not a good sign 7 games into this.
Well, maybe Eddie House is their best outside shooter. I mean, you could make a point for that. Dwayne Wade's never really been that guy. LeBron certainly isn't. Chris Bosh is in the post. Is he not their best outside shooter?
Oh, I would completely disagree. Dwayne Wade has to take that shot. I would say that Dwayne Wade makes those shots more than Eddie House.
Eric, he
takes them more.
Even if Eddie House is a better three-point shooter, when there's a minute left in the game, Eddie House is not your best three-point shooter. You get Dwayne Wade or LeBron James, your clutch
Kobe Bryant or Kyle Korver to take your final shot?
Yeah, probably Kobe Bryant. I agree with you. Moving on, because of that missed shot, New Orleans increased their record to 6-0. They're undefeated now. Billy, why is this so? Why are the Hornets off to such a good start? Is there a method to this madness?
Well, you know what? First off, I didn't expect this great start out of New Orleans. And something that I think is going to help them throughout the season to keep it, Houston's tanking in their division. So San Antonio and Dallas, really their only competition. But Chris Paul has controlled every single game they played in. They're getting 18 out of David West. Trevor Ariza has finally brought defense to New Orleans. Third in the league right now, just behind Miami or Orlando. If you play D and Chris Paul is leading your team, you're going to keep winning.
I completely agree with you. There's no way I can disagree, especially with Chris Paul leading this team. He is the reason why. He's come back. Last year he had an injury. We remember when he first started to join this team, he made them into that playoff team, that second-tier team in the Western Conference. Chris Paul is the best guard in the NBA.
All right,
let's explore this a little further. I mean, obviously, Chris Paul playing up to expectations like he didn't last year, like the whole team didn't last year. But you're saying he's the best guard right now. How about point guard? Is he better than Rajon Rondo right now?
He's better than every guard in the league. Last year he was hurt.
Every guard? Is Kobe Bryant still not a guard?
Every point guard. I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry. He is the best point guard in this league. Last year he was hurt. You can't count that against him.
All right.
You know what? Sharon and I were talking about this before the show, and I took Rondo. I looked into it, and you know what? You want to take him right away. He hasn't had less than 9 assists in a game this year. He dropped 24 dimes against the Knicks. He's averaging 3 steals a game, 15 assists.
Billy, let me ask you something. You say that Chris Paul on that team would not have less than 10 assists.
But if Chris Paul was not in the league, Rajon Rondo would be the best point guard.
That is not even true.
Really?
Derrick Rose, Darren Williams, Steve Nash still on that team would average 20 assists a game.
20 assists? Come on. Rajon Rondo has had this team for years, and this is his first time.
He has never played without Ray Allen or Paul Pierce, two of the greatest shooters in NBA history. I could get 10 assists.
Look at Steve Nash's MVP year in 06. He had Marion, he had Stoudemire.
You know what, guys? I love seeing this side of you guys. I really do, but we have to take another break. Once again, we'll be back, and when we return, it'll get pretty heated when Christian goes up against Alex Rosenbaum to predict the second half of the NFL season. Don't touch that remote.